Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Morning Comics, the only show that gets delayed as much as Hush 2. Today, we'll go over comics from the past month and some other stuff along the way. Fanboy, what are some highlights from the past month, this week, whatever?
I don't remember what I read last couple of weeks. My comics pile is a mess, if I'm gonna be honest. But I will tell you this week's comics and last week's comic. DC Bleeding Hearts issue 7. Pretty
And
good.
6.
Oh yeah, and 6. Honestly, Dennis Camp just kills it. Like I love that guy. Like he never miss except for Ultimate Endgame.
He never misses for DC.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his Ultimates run is good. And also in this issue, I like the whole snow vibe. I don't know, I kind of like that winter setting. That was nice. But let's get through all the Marvel books. Everybody loves Marvel.
Yeah.
We got X-Men. The one with Beast, and this issue, Beast was like, "Oh, magic." I kind of talk to you since you have like a dark side to you. Beast and his I want to say like alternate evil beasts, some X-Men, with their timelines and stuff.
Hmm.
He's like, oh, there's like evil me that's like gonna unleash some virus, and he's wondering like, how do you deal with that? And Magic just tells him, just deal with it, man. It was okay. I liked the last issue where Juggernaut tried to like take off this racist statue of, what was it, Trask?
But like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but for some reason there was like a shield. The Juggernaut tries to take it out, like boom, boom, but he didn't, and that statue's so up. Another X-Men issue, X-Men 97, which is kind of like a prequel to season 2. Yeah, I like this one. One, it has X-Force. X-Force is good. I love it. Later on, we're gonna talk about X-Men 997 later.
Yes, I have thoughts.
And I will say, I like this book's art more than that Spider-Man one they did from the 90s show. Because at least they tried to make it look like the show. And yeah, the art's so good. Like, it looks like just the show, but on comic panels. But yeah, if you love X-Men 97, highly recommend. And last but not least, Infernal Hulk, last issue of this mini series. It's peak. Love the art. Can't wait for the Hulk event. But yeah, last but not least, Transformers. Robert Kirkman. Stuff happens in it.
No, we
Honestly, I
have
think
to talk about the stuff that happened today. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off, man. Why?
no, you're fine. I don't know. This book is not doing it for me. Like, I might have to cancel it.
It, it it hasn't got to that point yet. But I was reading this, and I'm like, oh, we're in snow, and then that one Decepticon starts tweaking, and I was like, okay, I wonder, maybe it's some more human experimentation, all this jazz. And I say this with great pain in my heart because I love the GI Joe movie from 1987. I think it's a guilty pleasure film. Fucking Cobra Law. Robert Kirkman has finally done it and connected the Void Rivals. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
To GI Joe or to Transformers.
Transformers.
We're losing the plot so fast.
I, I don't know. Like, feel like there's stuff's happening in Transformers, but also not. Like I'm just gonna get one more issue now. I'm just gonna drop it.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm gonna give it till this arc ends, and then if it's not interesting to me, I'm just gonna drop it. I do. It's just such a nosedive in quality.
Like, just read GI Joe from Joshua
Yeah,
Williamson.
Yeah, it's like he knows what he's doing. He should be in charge of the Energon universe, not Kirkman, but that's neither here nor
I
there.
mean, he never misses an issue of GI Joe.
Yeah,
Like never.
it's probably the most consistent book in the Energon universe. I mean, I don't read Void Rivals, but I know that's boring. And Mask is only on issue 2, 3.
Only read the first issue of that. It wasn't that bad.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just sad because Transformers is like they are doing. The problem is that I think they're doing interesting concepts. They're just not executing them well. It's very much like, meh, we'll do it.
Hmm
Um,
Good
yeah,
old Kirkman.
well, good old Kirkman. But fanboy, continue.
Yeah.
What else do you read?
Oh, that's all I read. For this week. Also, I want to give shout out to another Dead's Camp book, the Sort of Crisis Events. That's a good anthology time travel series. And also, the main character from the last issue kind of reminds me of Dermot from Adventure Bros. Just pull up a picture of issue 9, like first page. You could see it. And through the whole book, I was giving the Dermot voice.
I know karate, man.
Love that show. But yeah, that's all I read, last week, whatever week. What about you, Spawn? What you read for 5 months?
What have I been reading? What's the last thing I done? Okay, so like I said, I read Transformers. I don't want to say I'm disappointed with it. I just like I had a lot of expectations, and it's becoming so boring. And I don't think a Transformers thing should be boring. It can be bad, but bad is at least more enjoyable than boring to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, didn't like Transformers. I read Absolute Batman first and foremost. I'm sorry, Tim Drake fans. Once again, you're screwed over. Maybe we'll get Absolute Tim Drake. Absolute Joker Jr. Highbrow reference. But no, Absolute Batman once again it's probably to me it's the most compelling absolute book. Now that Absolute Manhunter is over, rip my go, you are awesome. Um, but yeah, no, it's great. I do have to reread it again because it is a little confusing, which I think would be my only complaint about it. But Absolute Clayface, man, looks awesome. I don't know if you guys read it. Absolute Clayface was cool as hell.
Yeah, I read it.
I really like that, and I like where the story is going. So I read that. I read Batman issue 11 by Matt Fraction. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you read it yet. I really like the new Butler character. I think she's very interesting. I'm very excited to see what Matt Fraction does with her. I'm very interested in seeing what's going to happen next. I know that the next big DC mini event is the Bad Seed event, which is starting the end of this month, I want to say.
Really soon.
Really, really soon. I'm very excited for it. But again, another fantastic issue. I'm a little confused by the ending with Joker, but that's neither here nor there. I read Clayface issue 2. Another banger issue, I gotta say. I'm really
I
like
wasn't sold on issue 1.
I don't know. I like it. I've always liked Clayface. I think he's a very interesting character. I really like the interior art on issue 2. I don't know about you guys if you read it, but I like that. That's all that I can remember that I've read that I talked about, because I know I talked about some stuff last time we recorded. But Anthony, you always got a big ass list. What you read?
Okay, we'll start with some indies. Witness Point, I think is what it's called. It's co-written by Nathan Fillion. You should pick this up if you haven't read it already. What's that?
Nobody said anything. I think your mic glitched.
Oh, Okay. It's Witness Point, co-written by Nathan Fillion. It's pretty good. The whole plot is the U.S. government. They don't say if it was on purpose or what, but I assume it's on purpose. Grabbed like everyone in witness protection and threw them in one town and didn't tell anyone that they like are all in witness. What? Okay.
Stuff.
And then I also read. What else did I read? Fort Psycho, which is pretty good. That came out last week. Pretty much the whole plot is like these mercenaries. They screwed up this thing. They got them in a lot of trouble, but they also like saved the U.S. or whatever at the same time. So the U.S. sent them to like this private island, but one of them is not who they say they are, and it's just like a thing of Clue. So that looks to be pretty good. Barbara Gordon breakout continues to impress me. Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 1 was kind of trash. Do you agree, fanboy?
I haven't read it. That's the thing.
It just kind of feels lifeless.
Who's writing it?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure it's Bendis.
Is it Bendis?
Yeah, pretty sure it was like a whole thing on Twitter because he did something.
It kind of feels like he's writing Ebonics. Like at one point, Miles Morales says no cap.
Oh no, it's not Bendis. I thought Bendis was writing it. Guess I was wrong.
It's
Brian Hill.
Brian Hill.
I have no idea who that is.
No one does.
Brian Hill. I guess I can't say that he's the one that wrote Ultimate Black Panther.
That was okay.
Yeah, and he also wrote the Blade books, I guess.
Oh, he wrote a Killmonger comic.
It's just whatever. Emperor Aquaman, he fights Poseidon this issue, and he's just mental. I don't know. Like, if you're not reading Aquaman, probably should read it because I think if I'm a speculating guy, which I am, Aquaman's gonna go bad real quick.
Interesting.
Because at one point during the fight with Poseidon, he gets like this huge tidal wave, and he calls it the Dark Tide.
And isn't Aquaman like OP as fuck right now?
Yes,
I mean, he beats Poseidon.
Oof.
He had to take their fight off planet because the Justice League said there was a they show like the Justice League space station, and Mr. Terrific and Ted Cord say if this continues, it will rip the ocean in half. So yeah, Aquaman then transports Poseidon to a planet that he had found earlier that is all water, and then proceeds to grab all the water on the planet and just slam it into Poseidon.
Interesting.
So when they're done fighting, there's like no water left on this planet. And whatever, I hope Jeremy Adams, like Scott Snyder told him, like what this event's gonna be, because whatever it is, it gonna be bad. Like to the point where Poseidon says, so Aquaman says, do you want me to take you back to Earth? Poseidon says, no, I fear it is not safe even for a god. So like, it's going to be bad, whatever is going to go down. But Aquaman's going to be OP enough to take care of it. What? There was something else I read where I'm just like, I was talking about the Flash series, the like the mainline Flash series, and I
Mhm.
think the writer there is getting away with the same stuff Jeremy Adams is in relation to. I mean, the Flash was already a pretty broken character, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he has got Wally has gotten increasingly more disgusting to the point where, because I know you guys aren't reading the mainline Flash, right?
No.
No, I mean I read a few issues. I didn't get back to reading it.
So he can now predict the future using the Speed Force.
Well, he's been able. Okay, maybe I'm wrong on this because it's been a minute since I've really dove into Flash mainline comics, but he's been shown to at least not predict the future, but like do things like ahead of the time that it happens.
Yeah, no, he now somehow teamed up with Terrific and can deduce like weather patterns, which also deduces crime and such. There's a hilarious panel where he takes his wife to the bank with him because he knows Captain Boomerang is gonna be there ahead of time, and sets up like tacks in front of the door for him to bust through and just step on. Um, it it's getting a little scary for the mainline Justice League with Aquaman and Flash being as broken as they are. Um, Speaking of Justice League, the Justice League Unlimited series, I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh yeah, I read
It's
caught
just
up on
all over.
it. I trust in Mark Waid because I think I think he's a good writer, but I do agree they're doing a
I think
lot.
Williamson wrote the last issue.
I think he did too, which was a good issue. I'm not gonna say that. It just, I think it's running into the problem that I would say X-Men has sometimes, where it's like you're juggling so many characters.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I would still
I mean,
say,
it's called Justice League Unlimited for a reason.
you know, you guys
Uh,
are a fanboy.
Well, it's just so the timelines are so confusing between books because Mr. Terrific is in this latest issue of Aquaman. He is not anywhere near the Justice League space station in the actual Justice League book. It's
Well,
just stuff like that. It just doesn't.
well, I would
I
also
feel you.
let me backbone off this. I think also another issue. I don't think it's like I don't want to say issue because I feel like that's not the right word, but something I've noticed is that Justice League Unlimited has a lot of one-shot spin-offs. We're getting one about Lex and Batman.
Yeah, it
just
came
like-
out today. I read it.
Is it any good?
No. It just kind of feels not necessary. Okay, I'm just gonna rip it because why not? The
Yeah,
end, they just revealed that somebody is dealing weapons from the planet Apocalypse or whatever.
So they're doing the
What a
Young
twist.
Justice storyline where they were weapon dealers on Apocalypse.
Uh, I don't know. Pretty much the whole point, like Lex says. Do I have this somewhere sitting around? Lex is just like, well, somebody's pulling the strings with Darkseid being gone.
Okay, so that's in continuity. Well, so here's what the point I was going to make. I don't know. I think it's an issue. I think it's an issue that could be bigger way down the line. That's starting to become one now. Where, okay, so we have this spinoff. I know there's a Justice League Dark. There's some magic one coming out soon. But they've been doing this. You know, we have this mainline Justice League, and we had even to the build up to the Justice League Unlimited, we had the Atom Project, which kind of didn't really go anywhere. And it's
I
like
read issue 1 of that, and I was just like, I don't get it.
I got the whole series. I liked it, but it definitely didn't go anywhere. We had Challengers of the Unknown, which ended after I want to say 12 issues, which also I think like there's implications in that to Justice League. And I think I would say right now it's like I just don't see the grand scheme of all of it. Like it's
Yeah.
great to have all of these characters, and then certain characters are getting highlights in their own one shots. Great, dandy, fantastic, even. But it just seems so like it seems like they're just drawing from different things without really having a set idea. Which I say this now, and maybe in 3 months, we'll look back on this episode and be like, we didn't see the full vision.
Hmm.
You know,
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Your chance. But I don't know.
Um.
I would still take the convolutedness of Justice League over a lot of what Marvel is doing at the moment.
Oh, everybody does, even Marvel.
Well,
Well,
which
like, the other series, the Justice Society
yeah,
of
Justice League.
America,
That's not
it's gonna end in 2 issues. I don't know where that is on the top. Like, I don't know if it's part of the Justice League Unlimited, the Batman Matt Fraction, like this universe. Who knows when this takes place? Because there's so much stuff happening in that. Like, Wildcat is the new Spectre.
which is cool.
What?
Which is cool. I want to say this is the coolest thing they've done with Wildcat in a real long time.
Wildcat is new Spectre?
Yeah, because Wildcat dies in
And,
one of the issues of the series.
yeah, and he gets brought back. Which
Yeah.
I mean, look, that could leave the door open to a the Spectre coming back, and it's Wildcat. It just we're always criticizing Marvel, and Marvel has a lot of issues, but the problem, I would say, DC's biggest problem right now is that it's so hard to follow their mainline stuff. At least the absolute stuff, we know roughly where things are happening,
Yeah.
and everything in the Vertigo universe, we know what's happening because those are disconnected. And then the one shot, their minis are just. I think how DC does their minis are perfect, in my opinion.
Well, like, even like the 6 different series of Superman.
Yeah, they're about to do the Zod event. I don't know if you guys are gonna be.
I'm not gonna follow
I'm-
that.
I'm not either. I'm just gonna keep reading Superman by Joshua Williamson. But like, I don't know. I love DC. I think they're doing a hell of a great job, especially just like what they're doing. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to follow the continuity, and it's like I feel like with how beginner friendly DC has been recently, with like putting things back into print, it's really odd that their main stuff right now isn't so beginner friendly, I would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But hey, listen, first it's better than Marvel, and second, I mean, DC is still. I think they're still on the top of their game with a lot of the mainline hitters, and I mean, I'm very excited for what DC has on the horizon.
I mean, it's not saying much, DC. They're just doing a better job.
I mean, what DC announced? Hey, we're doing these. We're doing some compacts. They said they're doing Hellblazer. They're doing what else? I think they said Tower of Babel, and then you have
They're
Marvel.
doing like every Garth Ennis book that he's ever written for him.
Yeah, which is very interesting. I mean, I guess, but interesting. While you have Marvel being like, "Hey, we're announcing that Kevin Smith is writing
Star
the-
Wars.
Star Wars
Mhm.
Marvel," which is like, I saw leaks about it for Lego, and I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was gonna be a Lego set. I was like, oh, cool. That'd be a cool set.
Well, the thing is, they're gonna do Lego sets and they're gonna do comics, and it's like Marvel. What, like, I don't know. It feels like Marvel, besides for like Spider-Man and what they're about to do with Avengers, which I'm worried is not going to be good. They don't know what they're doing. They have no vision. They have no like set. Here's where we're going. It's all just let's do an event so we can make money, and it's not. I don't think it's a healthy business practice for them.
You just reminded me about the X-Men book I was talking about.
Yes.
Like it is what was it? A prelude to the DNX event. I was like, isn't the Queen Black event happening right now? It's like you're just juggling too much at the same time.
And it's like I don't know. It's just something that is very apparent in Marvel, and it's like, and I think about it because I go back to this thing about being, reader friendly. You want new people to read comics. Somebody comes up to me, they're like, I want to read, I want to read Spider Man. I want to start with the new stuff. How can I, in good conscience, say, yeah, pick up this issue? They're confused out of their mind, and it's like there's no reader friendly, beginner friendly stuff for Marvel. And yes, they have their premium line and they have their compact line, but they're doing like maybe what, like 3 books every 6 months or something like that.
Yeah,
And some of
sounds
those,
about
I don't know if you guys have seen, but some of the premium collection books they're doing aren't really beginner friendly.
right. I
They're just
mean,
they're just very popular stories.
hmm
So
the reason why they're doing like Secret Wars because of the Avengers Secret Wars coming out next year. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's a business. They want to like kind of tie it with the movie, but it's also like you have to read Hickman's Fantastic Four and his Avengers run to understand
and
it.
and even then, before you have to read those, it's like you have to read Hickman's Secret Warriors, 13. Um, there's like that big ass timeline, the image that I bet you guys have seen before. It's
Hmm
like that's not beginner friendly. They have Daredevil Born Again, for example. Like I love Daredevil Born Again, and I recommend it to everybody. But that is not the Daredevil book I would recommend for somebody that's like, oh, I want to get into Daredevil. It's like no. So it's just not smart. Speaking of Marvel, I feel like this is a great segue. Can we talk about X-Men 97?
Sure.
hmm
And, Fanboy, what did you think? What did you think of it as a whole? As a whole,
Pretty good, except they added Quentin to the canon, so I had
I see.
to give it like a 8 out of 10.
To quote a tweet I made earlier, because I do that now. It's the most X-Men to X-Men to X-Men. It I can't explain it more than saying it genuinely feels like reading an X-Men run where just random shit is happening and you're just there for the ride. And then there's like this apocalyptic threat. No pun intended, apocalypse. And I did like this season. I'm not gonna say that I didn't. But there were issues. I think a lot of the episodes being standalone episodes, besides the first three and the last two, make it feel disconnected. But I did like them. I like the Wolverine episode. I like the X Force episode. I think it's and spoiler warning, but it's been out for almost 48 hours. And if you're an X Men fan, you've already seen it. So, spoiler warning. I think it's very bold of them to kill Nightcrawler. I think it was very bold of them to kill Magneto, two very, very fan favorite characters that I would say most X Men, if not all X Men fans, have in their top 10. Anthony, would you say Magneto and Nightcrawler are in your top 10 favorite X Men characters?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, you know, it's it's very bold of them. I'm interested to see where they go next, but I would like them to have more of a concrete story. I understand they've changed showrunners because the writer was a fucking weirdo, which fuck that guy. Um, but it was good. I like it. I think the two best characters were Polaris and Rogue this season, and yeah, it's great.
I do like what was it, the third episode or the fourth where
Um,
Magneto was killed?
the third episode,
Yeah.
that one was really good.
I saw someone post on Instagram being like, "Oh, Xavier, basically did a Yo Mama joke to Apocalypse, showing him flashbacks to his past." I was like, "Yeah, sounds accurate."
Sounds bad.
he did a Holocaust beam in the original X-Men show.
Yeah.
Which how
Uh,
fucked up you gotta be
to
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 do
show
that?
that. Yeah. I mean, again, it's really for Marvel animation, it's a really good step forward. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it hits. No, I think I would equally rate it with X Men '97 season one. I think they're both good paired together. But yeah, um, I guess on the topic of talking about Marvel, Spider Man Brand New Day came out 3 weeks ago now, um, which is more than enough time for that. So I'm going to still say spoiler warning. Please go see the film. It is actually really good. I think it's the best Spider Man film out of Tom Holland's filmography of Spider Man films, but that's not saying a lot. The first three are kind of awful and dog shit. Um, but let's rip the band-aid off. Fanboy, you're a resident Spider-Man nerd. What did you think?
The two biggest problems I have with this film is at the beginning, or at least one of them is at the beginning. Like earlier they showed like a bunch of villains, Spider-Man's fighting. I
Yes.
thought, oh, they're gonna appear at the end, when Jean mind controls, hand ninjas. I thought, oh, that'd be so cool. But they didn't. It was like, what's the point? Like, it is
Cover
just me pointing at the screen, being like, ooh, it's a comic accurate panel.
comic homages, my friend. But I agree with you. I think that was a little bit of a letdown that they could have done. What's your second issue?
I wish Hulk was in it a little bit more. Just kind of being like more supportive role that Spider-Man goes back to. Kind of like Dr. Connors, like he does sometimes.
I think that's a very fair statement. But I do like Hulk in the film. I would say he's used very well. I agree with you. I would like to see a little bit more of Hulk, but he's very good. Um, I really liked Frank in the movie. I think he was
Oh yeah, he steals the show.
he was he's so funny. There's a spoiler warning. Anthony doesn't care. The movie got spoiled for him. But there's that bit where they're in his boat. It's a houseboat, and he's like, "I'm just gonna shoot her," and I was like, "That's such a Frank Castle thing. Like it's just such a comics Frank Castle thing." But then there's the bit in the hospital in the end of the film, which it's gonna be a weird Trek segue. Listen, I know that people criticize John Berthel, Punisher, and they're saying, "Oh, he's not comic accurate," or all this other shit. I don't care. I think that John Berthel gives the Punisher so much humanity and actually makes him a compelling character. Because if you've read literally any Punisher comic, he's kind of the most static character, and all he talks about is, "I got to do my mission. I miss my family." And yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that the show and the special and Daredevil didn't do that, but they're letting Frank Castle move on, and he's actually a very endearing character. And I'm saying that the film version and the MCU version is the only time that it's better than the comic, in my humble opinion. Nerds, you can fight me. And rednecks that use the Punisher logo, you have no opinion. You're stupid and you're a redneck.
Yeah, true. Might as well remove my Punisher logo from my truck. I'll be right back. But I'll say, seeing unpopular opinions, I would say I'm glad they didn't adapt the Man Spider plot.
I am too.
I
I think
had arachnophobia, okay? Like, it'd
no,
be
that's
cool, but it's like, yeah,
that's
I'm
fair.
good.
I think if they adapted Man Spider, I just like that's already such a stupid plot book moment. I wouldn't mind him having 6 arms. That would have been kind of
Hmm.
weird but cool. But the whole I'm turning into an actual spider. But I don't know. I like this movie. I love the slow bits in this movie. there's that bit where he meets Ned again, and he's in the Spider-Man costume. They're building Legos, and MJ's drawing them, and she draws Peter in the Homecoming suit. And it's like such a little thing of like, oh, she's starting to remember. And I like that the film never like full on blows says, oh, I remember. And I think that they really, really understood how to write Peter Parker in this film and understand how to write Spider-Man. So I like that part. I think Jean Grey was a great addition. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little stupid, so I was like, oh my god, it's Jean Grey. Should have known from the trailers. But I like what they did with her. I think it's very interesting the way she's introduced. I like that they're slowly introducing mutants, and I like that they're not like, oh, these mutants are like they're realistic in a world that hates them. That's the best way to put it. There's prejudice towards them because they can't be controlled, and I think that was a great how they did it in the film was a fantastic way to do it. And yeah, man, Brand New Day is actually really good. I hope Marvel can stick the landing on Doomsday. I don't think that they will. I'm going to be completely.
I mean, they're still writing the script.
They are still
They're
writing
it right now.
Marvel, come hire me. I bet I can write a better script than your script writers.
Oh, a couple more things about Brand New Day. One, God, it'd be so fucked up if they, make Ned, the Hobgoblin, just like in the comics. Oof.
I think they're long gone from doing that, but it would be fucked up.
And second, Spider-Man basically doomed a mutant race, by making that, what was it, the chip?
Yeah, the neutralizer.
Yes, the neutralizer chip. Oof. That's gonna be a hard one to explain to the X-Men. But yeah, I don't know. I just rewatched the first Spider-Man movie from Sam Raimi. Like, maybe it is nostalgia talking, but I just feel like that's a better film than Brand New Day.
Which one? No Way Home?
No. The first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film.
I don't know. I'm gonna raise my white flag here and not get into that can of worms. I think it's a good movie. I think it's in my top 5 Spider-Man films, but I'm not gonna give my list. I gave my list on my top 10 MCU films, and somebody in this call got a little upset with me.
It was Fanboy.
Yeah, I got an anger problem. I love Spider-Man too much.
No, it was Anthony. A lot of people actually. Sorry, such a side tangent. I posted this list, and everybody everybody that I know, and I'm not being angry about this. It's a very interesting common phenomenon. Everyone was like, "Where's Infinity War? Where's Civil War? Where's Endgame?" Guys, I like those movies, but they're not my top 10. You can find my top 10 list on Letterboxd. But Fanboy, how many out of 5 thwips? How would you rate this film?
I don't know. I might change it if I rewatch it. Again, I'll give it 3.5 whips.
3.5 thwips. I'm gonna give it a very generous 4 thwips. I've never been a fan of Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I think Homecoming is fine. I don't remember Far From Home, and I literally cannot watch No Way Home again because of how it's filmed. It pisses me off too much. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the problem with me is just I'm too picky with Spider-Man adaptations.
Hey, I mean, that's very, very fair. I feel that I'm not with Spider-Man, but I get you. In other news of things we watched over this long hiatus, Fanboy has the perfect profile picture for this.
Yeah, it's Absolute Batmite.
It's
The new
absolute
one shot that
Batman.
just came out.
Yeah. So we all watched Batman: The Brave and the Bold season
Mhm.
1. I'm gonna hold off my thoughts on it. I really would love to hear Anthony's. He's a very critical man, so I enjoy his rapport on the shows. So
I
Anthony,
I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good. I wish Dietrich Bader would do Batman more.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Anthony, did you have a favorite character that was not Batman?
Probably Wildcat.
That's fair. Wildcat's awesome in the show. And did you have a favorite episode?
Mm, no.
That's fair. Fanboy, what did you think of this?
I just want to say it's okay for comic shows, especially or characters with Batman, just to be fun. Okay, it's fine. Like it doesn't have to take itself too seriously. And I love this show. It's so much fun. I mean, there's like one or two episodes I didn't like,
Which
but
were, if I may ask?
it's the one. It's like the one where there's a shark mask. The guy
Oh,
Batman wears shark mask.
where
That's all.
Batman turns into an actual bat.
Yeah, I don't know. That episode doesn't do it for me, which is funny. They also put those characters in Cape Crusader season 2.
Oh, I haven't seen Cape Crusader season 2 yet. Spoilers.
It's okay. Here's my short review of Cape Crusader. It's
Yeah.
fine. It'll
Okay.
do better than season 1. Joker was
Oh,
lame. Read Absolute Batman. Anyway, back to Batman Brave and the Bold.
yes.
Yeah, it's just that episode I just didn't like.
And what is the other
Oh yeah,
episode?
and also the Red Tornado episode where he has a son. That also didn't do it for me.
No, that's fair.
But favorite character is either Aquaman or Guy Gardner. Like I just love Guy in this.
I'm so happy that they recreate the One Punch panel. It's like the best, one of the best Batman like just moments in the shows.
I also like the Dog Lantern of that episode. With Guy and Sinestro.
Oh, yes, he's on Justice League International.
Oh, nice. But my favorite episode, and the picture mate gave it away, is the one with Batmite. Like it's such a fun episode. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's run by Paul Dini. The goat of Batman writers.
Yeah. No, that's so real.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. What about you, Spawn?
So I love this show. Unapologetically love this show. I agree with Anthony. I think D. Bradley is such a great Batman voice actor, especially for what he's given in this show. And I love every episode. I agree with you, Fanboy, on the 2 episodes. Those ones are just fine to me. I don't really enjoy them, and I don't skip any episodes, but I definitely not the biggest fan of those. But I like this show. It introduced when I was a kid. It introduced me to a lot of these characters like Wildcat, Red Tornado. These cast of characters that usually don't get the spotlight that characters like Green Arrow get or Aquaman get, which they're amazing in the show. I want to say, I love Aquaman in the show. He's my favorite character. Every time he's like, "Let me tell you a story about whatever," and he says, "Outrageous." I love that. Warms my soul. But yeah,
Same.
I think it's a really really good show. I agree with you. I love the Batmite episode. I love the monologue that Batmite gives in the convention. And there's that
Yeah.
guy. There's a guy in the Batman mask who's like pushing up his glasses. The Batman mask is falling. And he's like, "That's not my Batman." And it's like it was such a good because that scene is so it's still so relevant, you know. And I think it's always going to be relevant. But I love that
Especially with
monologue.
James Gunn's DC.
Oh yeah, especially with James Gunn's DC, and he gives this like fantastic monologue about the essence of Batman. And it's like, how can you not be won over by this fifth dimensional imp that is Batman's biggest fan?
Mm-hmm.
So I love that episode. And then I think one of my favorite just Batman episodes. I love the Music Meister episode. I'm a really big sucker for musicals in any superhero show. But like Neil Patrick Harris as Music Meister is fantastic, and like the whole cast in that episode sings, and it's fantastic. I think it's like essential Batman viewing. So I like that episode, and then a personal favorite of mine is the Sherlock Holmes episode with Etrigan. I'm a nerd for Sherlock Holmes, so that Batman Sherlock Holmes fighting the Gentleman Ghost.
Honestly, that's another episode I didn't like. I don't know. I'm not really into Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, it's so good though.
But
Yes.
Etrigan was cool in that one.
Etrigan is cool in the show. Also, shout out Etrigan. But yeah, no, I think the first season is fantastic. I think the whole show is fantastic. But just if we're going on the first season alone, I think it's a very, very good show. Not just for like hardcore fans of DC who say, oh, I know Ted Kord, I know these characters, but just for people that don't know these characters are learning about these characters from the show. So I ask, as I always ask, out of 5 Batmites, what are we rating the first season of this?
Can I just say something before I gave my rating about this show?
Of course, the floor is yours, fanboy.
Like I say, like not every adaptation of Batman doesn't need to be serious. And
Yeah.
at least this show has personality, unlike Cape Crusader. Like,
I agree with that.
and honestly, a better art style too.
Yes, for sure. Also, Batman has a laser ninja sword in his belt. That's really cool for me.
But yeah, y'all gave it like a 4 Batmites.
4 Batman out of 5.
Yeah.
Anthony, what about you? What are you gonna give this out of
4.
4 Batmites?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I would also give it 4. I think if you're a DC fan, I think this is essential viewing. It's the best of both worlds. If you're a Batman fan, it's a great Batman show, and if you're a fan of the bigger DC universe, literally every episode has a guest character, and it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Batman Beyond. That's Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't know why I was about to say Batman Beyond.
I mean, another good show.
Another great show. So we're still reading through Titans. It's a Titans New 52. It is a slogfest. I hate it.
It really is.
It sucks.
It does. It does. Like I said originally when you guys showed me this New 52 list of books that we read, a lot of these suck. This is one of them. But we'll maybe finish it. Maybe?
By 2027 for sure.
Oh my god, man. I don't. Can we pick a new series to read, please?
We
I mean, I
will
wouldn't
eventually.
mind it.
Oh my god. And then we were supposed to read New Warriors by Zeb Wells. I read it all. I don't remember anything that happens in it, but Anthony has some opinions on it.
It sucks.
Just sums it up. Like, let's be honest, it sucks. And I read the whole thing too.
I think I speak for all of us when I say it's definitely the worst book we've read so far.
The art from Scotty Young is terrible. The
Which
premise
sucks.
is even worse somehow. Like,
Which
you
I
guys,
wanna,
this might not ring any bells to you guys because it was kind of a smaller show. But there was a Cartoon Network show
yeah.
that was around I want to say like 2011, maybe it was a little later, called League of Super Evil.
Wait, I
And
do know this show.
yes, this
Yeah.
this
I heard.
book just reminds me of that show, and then I think to myself, I'd rather be watching the show.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather watch paint dry than read this book again.
Yeah, man. Which, you know what? It sucks because Scotty Young is a great cover artist. I want to say, I know that his art is not for everyone when it comes to covers, but I really do appreciate it. I like it a lot. So I was like, maybe the art will save the book. Oh my god, man! Like, I hate how he draws Nova.
You
I
don't
love that.
like cut off Nova,
No,
sleeveless cut off Nova.
no.
Yeah, is he wearing a shirt? Like, I just didn't get that.
It's also like, listen, man, we shit on Zeb Wells a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is it deserved? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know that.
How do you write something that's worse than the art that I'm looking at?
I just, what the biggest issue to me is? They're written so out of character that it's like, it feels like really bad YouTube cosplayers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes any sense. It's just something that came to my mind.
It
But-
feels like when like somebody will take like a movie line or like dialogue from a movie, like the audio file, and then attach it to something that's not related at all. And that's what I was looking at. Yeah.
That's fair. I don't get how Zeb Wells still writes. Like, obviously, we've all read a little bit of Zeb Wells. He did some of the stuff in the Batman, Superman, Spider-Man thing. And that's like bearable, but this wasn't. Like, it genuinely was a painful experience to read because it's so awful. So-
Honestly, I think this is way worse than his Spider-Man run.
I'm gonna be honest, man, and I think this is the worst book we've read. Like, I would rather read the Iron Man book and the Colossus book again than read this.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, fun fact, this ties into Civil War. If anyone wants to read Civil War, you got to read this.
Oh my god, I would rather read like Garth Ennis boys level comics than read this again. Like, genuinely, I give this like a 0 out of fucking whatever the hell. This awful.
Zeb Wells owes me money, and I'm going to beat him up.
I agree with this. Zeb Wells,
Because I paid for Marvel Unlimited just to see that.
Mm-hmm. He should have paid us to read
He
it
should.
at this point.
How big is Zeb Wells? You think I could kick him in the teeth?
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah.
I've seen you jump.
This guy is barely. He was married to Heidi Gardner.
Why do I know that name?
She was in SNL forever.
Zeb Wells, the comic book writer, is married to Heidi Gardner.
Was married to Heidi Gardner.
Oh, thank God.
She divorced him after he wrote this book. She was like, "Oh God."
No, Zeb Wells. The recent split. They got divorced 2 years ago.
Mm.
Oh, so it was after Spider-Man fanboy.
Mm. Well, she probably saw Spider-Man and was like, "Why are you making him a cuck? Why is this
Why
Paul
you-
character looks like you?"
Dude, yeah, man. Oh, my
Oh yeah, speaking of Paul, we were talking about Spider-Man earlier. Do you think that was Paul that was dating?
So I
MJ?
keep hearing mixed things about this. Apparently in the subtitles it's Paul, but in the credits it's just labeled boyfriend. So I don't know, man.
MCU Paul. I'm gonna kick Zeb Wells' ass.
He looks short.
I could probably
Well-
stop him. I'm like 6 foot,
I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately. I think I can do something. I think I can hit him with a.
Let's
That's
see.
fucking
He's listed
hard.
as 5'9". Well, Heidi Gardner's 5'9", and he's like the same height as her. So We're all taller than Zeb Wells.
Okay, then we can kick Zeb Wells' ass. Zeb Wells never come on this podcast. The day, if any for any listeners at home, if Zeb Wells is on this podcast, we've been replaced by aliens.
Or AI.
Yes.
I'm not threatening violence, but
Well,
just don't show up. You know.
yeah.
Don't show up any convention, any grocery store. Honestly, just leave the planet at this point. Like,
But yeah, definitely worst comic we've read so far.
mhm.
I think what are we gonna read next week, or whatever the next episode is?
Whatever comes out.
Well,
we're not we're not gonna jump into a series right now because there's too much stuff coming up for us to jump into series, if that makes sense. You have the Marvel Midnight stuff. You have this Absolute stuff that's going to be coming out. All the new DC Next Level titles with Legion, Doom Patrol.
Batman Dad Seed event.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna last until October.
Well, I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be very interesting, and it's nice that we're having a Batman event that's not focused on Penguin, or I'm sorry, not on Penguin, on Joker.
Oh, he's gonna appear at the end of the book or the middle. Like, I'm just calling it right now.
I hope not. I really hope it's just like Poison Ivy centric because that's cool.
Wasn't he? Well, somebody. What was it? The last issue where somebody's talking to the Joker at the end of the book.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really
His
hope that
dead
that's
body.
stuff. I don't want it to be in the Bad Suit event. Hey, Matt Frasher, if you're not listening to this podcast, please, do it for after or save it for like the end as an epilogue.
I hope Joker says, "I'm the Joker, baby."
But yeah. So, I guess we're not starting anything new. Do you want to do a series or movie that we'll watch for next time?
We're gonna watch something that's not a comic book movie. I'm just gonna pick this because I'm bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It is.
We're gonna watch Hardcore Henry.
Oh, I've seen that movie one time.
No.
What?
I don't want to rewatch that movie.
Why?
In a basic sort of way, it's a boring movie that literally is just a video game, but boring.
Wrong take. You're getting for that one. You're getting put in the Zeb Wells corner,
dude. Don't even joke about that, laddie.
You can wrestle Zeb Wells. Could be all your favorite wrestler. Guy.
Okay, we're watching Real Steel.
I'm down for Real Steel.
I'd rather watch both movies. Yeah, I said it.
I'm not watching Hardcore Henry, man.
I don't know how you don't like Hardcore Henry.
It's dumb.
No, it's not. When was the last time you watched it?
2 years ago.
Wrong. You should have watched it today.
You should have told me to watch it today. I was watching Phantom of the Opera.
I was watching Spider-Man.
Phantom of the Opera isn't boring, but Hardcore Henry is.
Yeah, man. Hardcore Henry is literally like 20 minutes of like, let me talk to you with the most generic 2016 dialogue, and then let me do an action sequence that's the most boring action sequence known to man, but it's all in first person, so it's cool.
It is cool.
It's not cool. It's annoying and stupid, and it's
wrong.
Oh my god.
I like Family Guy.
You will see the light.
Speaking on important matters, I am going to be at Fan Expo Chicago this Saturday. My short film is being screened at their short film festival. I have been chosen amongst 4 other filmmakers to have my film screened. So if you are in the area, stop by. It's a good short film. Say hi to me. Tell me you're a fan. Or not. Yeah.
Well, what if someone says I'm a fanboy? Would you believe them?
A fanboy. If they told me I was a if they told me I was a fanboy, I'd be like, but you're not my fanboy.
That should be a shirt right there if we're gonna sell merchandise.
Yeah. So I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
Join us whenever we show up next on your timeline. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.